Hey everybody, it's David, DAVID at juno.com. I just received I'm about ready to go to bed here, so I'm pretty tired, but I wanted to get this video in. I just received a message on Facebook from a woman I work with. She's a cashier, she's a head cashier, and she told me that someone had they found four children. The oldest was 12, the youngest was 1. One or two were crying they couldn't find their mother, and they started paging. Finally the woman showed up, and she said that she got tired of waiting there for them and left them. Came back for them later. Now, obviously this is a horrible thing to do. But here's the deal. With this new age shift we're going through right now, there's a tremendous amount of selfishness and fear, because unconsciously everyone knows this is the last of the days that we're going to be able to get away with that. So everyone's getting their yayas out. Everyone is getting indulging their pleasures, because there's going to come a time very soon where the energies here won't allow it. You just won't be able to do it. It'll just be too painful. So the other thing is, and you know, that's the ego, the false self, okay? Taking its last stand, fighting with its last breath, which is what it does. Again, the ego, the false self, is the great deceiver, the great destroyer. And so this is just insanity. I mean, what this woman did is sheer insanity. The story that I will be posting soon, I've been working on. I haven't got a good clean video of it yet. Will demonstrate more insanity. You know, a woman I was working with teaching meditation who was given 4 amazing miracles and just chose darkness at every turn when she had tremendous opportunities to move into happiness, light, and love. But I wanted to cover this. So where I'm at right now, I see the insanity, and the main insanity is in the fact that you can go up to anyone on the street, anyone you know, who's asleep and locked into the ego, bought into the fact that they're it, and again, you are not what you think, you are not what you think you are. All that thinking bullshit is just that. It's all garbage. All the beliefs you have. Once you have the initiation experience, you'll know instantaneously that stuff is an illusion. So what's important here is for us, for you, to look in the mirror, to start practicing the impartial self-observation so that you can see the insanity of the beast that has taken over you. Like that old movie, The Night of the Body Snatchers. It's just like that. And once the alien takes over the body, the former original inhabitant or consciousness is gone and helpless. Can't do a damn thing. And that's really where everyone is here. Who they think they are is not who they think they are. And so you need to look in the mirror, practice impartial self-observation so you can see the insanity in you. And again, 2 weeks or less, you're going to see it clear as a bell. But you have to be honest. You can't play the denial games and keep buying into the lies of the false self. That's what you're going to see. You got to honestly just watch what's going through your head all day, every day, and you'll see what it's doing and what its real motives are. And so this insanity of the ego, it varies in its intensity within individuals. Some people are really freaking nuts. The lady she was pointing out, probably higher on the scale. And say average people, maybe not so. But if you really were in their heads and knew that they were secret sufferers and see through the mask and the pretense that they give through their actions, you know, they're nuts too. Just the way people live is crazy. Now, the other part of this too is, I'll tell you right now, I have not talked to her, and when I told you, she did not make any judgments. She just simply gave me the facts, which is good. I guarantee you, all the cashiers, after this was over, stood around, and everyone that knew about it and went, "Isn't she bad? How can you do that?" And they just got into judgment and got in the tribal mentality and totally missed the opportunity. Years ago when I started, when anything like that happened, instead of going in and judging and as opposed to having compassion, which is what we should move into in that situation, to have compassion for the children and also for the mom that left them there, because if she is crazy enough to do that, then she has got to be really, really asleep at the wheel and really suffering in life, and that deserves compassion. But again, what I would have done is gone, "Ooh, boy, I hope I never do that," and I would, pay closer attention and look for those behaviors. I would go back in my experience and look and see if I've ever done anything like that to correct it. So use your outer experiences to correct your inner experience. And remember, everything that happens in the outside world, no matter what it is, has no bearing whatsoever on your happiness. It's a self-generated state that comes through skill and practice. Okay? Now, there's one more piece here I was going to give you. Let's see if I can bring it up here. Okay, well, I think I covered it pretty well. And I'm not thinking it. I'm just getting sleepier and sleepier. So, but I think I covered that pretty well. Don't participate in talking behind people's backs. Stop it. Just stop it. And that's a good time to employ impartial self-observation, because your ego's going to want to do it, because it's only concerned with being right, being accepted, and it's going to take that opportunity, and that's why they're all doing it, because they're locked in ego. So again, use this opportunity to wake yourself up, to look within you, to see your own insanity. Use every experience in your life to do that through impartial self-observation, honest impartial self-observation, and the 3 solvents, all coupled together, all day, every day. And you will move into the happiness that you so desperately seek. It's not, I think this is what was the other part, is the ego is always looking for pleasure and that has to come from the outer world, from some outside stimulus. It's the only way you can get pleasure. And it mistakes pleasure for happiness. Getting married, going to a party, getting a new possession of some sort. But again, when you're practicing the 3 solvents and impartial self-observation, you're constantly analyzing your reactions, other people's reactions, and not judging, but simply observing, then you'll see that there's a difference between pleasure and real happiness. And real happiness is something that cannot be given or taken from anything in the outside world once you get the skill. So I wanted to get that on video and answer that, because I'm glad she shared that with me. All right, rock on.